Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Thornton out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Gortat in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Rose. Gortat with the block. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Gortat dishes the Wall. That's tipped. Stolen by Rose. And slam dunk by Butler.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Dunleavy. Rose attacking, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson, and McDermott subbed in for Dunleavy.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
There's Beal with the 3. And again, Washington no good. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by McDermott.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Wall, following the score by Derrick. Oh! Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
That's good. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And Wall kicks to Gortat. And he slams it one-handed.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Hey guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
The Bulls making a switch here. Brooks checked in.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, and for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Now here's Wall. Feeds it to Gortat. Outside for Beal. The shot is off.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Brooks kicks to McDermott. Here's Gasol. Gortat with the block. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Wall against Brooks. Here's Dudley.
Jared Dudley.
That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Dudley's got 5 now. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Now here's Wall. He kicks it to Gortat. Back to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted 1st overall, Beal 3rd in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
The Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brooks with no one around. And again, no good by Chicago. And a wide open look for Thornton. And he's good on the 3 ball. Thornton's got himself on the board with 3 there. Brooks the pass to Butler. From 12 feet out. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Gasol.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Here's Brooks. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Wizards lead by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
The big man are Gibson and Noah. Ejuan Moore is out there with Brooks, and it's Dunleavy in the 3. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Washington going with a whole new group here. The train. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And Gibson sends it back. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it. The fast break chance. Now, here is Morris. To the middle. Here's Nene. And he converts the layup. Nene's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Washington.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Bulls trail by 7.